You know, in my I did a video of I think the Madison Prep dancing, and in there I'm talking about basically, I mean, watch it for a more clearer breakdown and thought. But essentially, the black community doesn't care about their public image. They don't care how they are portrayed to the rest of the world, and it shows. This is the thing where in that the whole crazy prom and hood prom stuff is that I barely talk about the money because that's insane. Where you want to show off. That's the thing. That's the mentality. Show off. Let's show off my money. Show off all the money I have. I'm not saying that. Oh, you know, not even thinking about. Oh, that could put you in danger. No care. Don't care about that, right? You don't care about the danger part. Cool. But no one is teaching the mentality. This is what we want to do. Okay. Let's show off our money. Stacks of money, chains galore. Buying Gucci, white man's Gucci. Buying white man's Chanel. All these things to show off your money instead of, you know what? Saving, budgeting, investing, building generational wealth. This is the thing where you see it a lot, right? Oh, let's get reparation. Let's get reparation. For what? So you can show off cash of money, stacks of money? Because shit like that doesn't teach the black community how to prosper. But you know what? This is that kind of shit. Thanks to like modern day exploratory. But just like bad image rap, right? Modern day rap. Showing off. Let me show money. Let me glorify spending money, glorify all the bad habits. Because this is the thing where the black community is not talking up about this shit because it's affecting the public image. It's affecting your image to the rest of the world. And it's poisoning the mind of your community. So because now other kids see, oh, I want to flash that money. I want to flash all that stacks of money. I want to, do all this shit. Jewelry galore, big chains, all that shit. Instead of, you know what, let me work hard, learn to invest, learn to save, learn to budget so I can create generational wealth for my children's children to, prosper. This is, I guess, I tend to tell a friend that, you know what? Things like that shows you, in general, okay? In general, the black community doesn't care about their public image because they are fine, or they don't speak out about it, about how they are portrayed to the rest of the world, how they are betrayed to the younger generation. Because that man's parents didn't care. That man won't care. His children won't care. They don't care how they were portrayed. They're fine with having that mindset seep down between generations and generations. It's, I don't know, it's sad. It really is. Because what is that helping? How is that helping your community? Okay? It's actually just, honestly, portraying such a negative image, in my opinion. Unhealthy attachment to money. In the way that, oh, I want to flash it. Instead of, you know what, I want to invest it, I want to save it, I want to, it's just sad.
Now, what you see behind me here is a display of scholars, scientists, innovators, and educators. That's right, folks. This right here is America's most educated demographic. So as a quote-unquote black man, I will be labeled as a sellout for every word that comes out of my mouth from this moment moving forward. And I don't mind it. Now, this right here is a recent display of actually two non-related incidents where we have scholars, graduates, educated women showing themselves in the most ghetto form possible while still in graduation attire. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, what gives you the right to call this ghetto behavior? And I'll tell you what gives me the right. The fact that I have eyes to see that, this culture that is being perpetuated is the mainstream quote-unquote black culture. I know we like to, push this idea that it is just a subculture. It's on the outskirts. But the reality is this has become the main culture. This has become quote-unquote black culture. And if you do not participate, you are seen as a sellout. You are seen as quote-unquote whitewash. You are seen as problematic. And if you call it out, God forbid you call it out, you are a sellout. That's right, folks. We have to sit back and watch this and watch the scene you guys saw in the very beginning of this video and say to ourselves, this is normal behavior. This is civilized behavior. This is functional behavior. Now, I'm not going for it. I am not going for it. And some folks out there are pissed off that, this phrase of black fatigue is being used. So, we can switch it up. We can say ghetto fatigue, right? We got that. We can do maybe a variation of that. Ghetto tiredness, ghetto exhaustion, right? Ninja tiredness. We can go with that one. How does that work? We're tired. We're tired. And the only way it changes is to tell the damn truth. This is not necessary. It's really not. But again, that's what the culture promotes. If you don't have just a hint of ratchet, a hint of ghetto in there, it's not considered a part of the quote unquote culture.
Let me say this, right? I think every culture and any culture can do and practice and be how they want to be. No shame. No, if you have fun, all that stuff, cool. But this is a thing where I say this: if you demand respect, okay, from other cultures, you demand people not treat you like stereotypes. Guess what? Don't be it. Don't act like it. This is the thing where I go. You can, express or I don't know, do your culture however you want, however you think, dance, have fun, all that great. But this is the problem where a lot of people don't realize we are representing our culture. Especially on these stages, thanks to social media, we represent our culture. So you can't, in one hand, do whatever you want, right? Do whatever you want, and then demand respect from other cultures, because other cultures will see you, how you represent yourself. So in one hand, yes, some people will look at, oh, that's fun, just having fun, that's dancing and stuff like that. While other cultures may see you that this is a moment to, it is a moment to celebrate, but it's a moment to also show some decorum, some class. But no, you don't. You go, and that's fine. You go against the grain. That is perfectly fine. But you cannot expect or demand to be treated a certain way by other cultures, by other people, by society at large, when honestly, you clearly just shows more stereotype. You clearly show that, you're not serious, and it's a joke, and it's for fun. This is the thing, I agree, that's fine. But again, you can't blame people for believing in stereotypes, viewing people a certain way, when you don't change their minds. You don't really do things to change their minds. Yes, maybe a few groups that try to be different, but again, society at large, what they see is that. Like a graduation turning into a club, and like turning into a booty shaking event. What do you think people are going to think? What do you think people are going to view you as? And if you don't mind how the world at large, society at large view you, cool. Then don't on the same breath tell you that people disrespect you. People think about stereotypes. People, view you a certain way, but you don't talk back against it. You don't try to represent a different image. You just fall into the stereotypes.
So y'all hated when people saw that cruise full of black people and they said all kind of racist remarks. But then after the cruise, at the Carnival Port in Galveston, people are fighting in the terminal. And a black woman on an excursion refuses to get up because she didn't have the wristband, and her child has to almost beg her to get off the boat. This is why they make the comments that they make. This is why they don't want to be around us. Too many of y'all don't know how to act. This is why I avoid Carnival. I even avoid the little short cruises that are like real cheap. Some of y'all don't know how to leave the ghetto at home. And these are the people who raise the kids who fight the teacher. It's all related, y'all. And so even black people like myself or others who got some sense, we always are running not from black people, from y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we have another one, another fight on the Carnival Cruise Line. But this time, oh baby, let's talk about it. Now, I came across this information, and it states that, I don't know if they're all family, but not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not even 10, but 18 to 19 people I counted got kicked off of the Carnival cruise ship for fighting. Now, let me tell you this. They were in the Bahamas. They left them at the Bimini, Bahamas port. Yes. Okay. Now, that is crazy. Okay, that means the cruise was so fed up of your BS that you have to go like right now, get your ish and get off. Listen, when I seen the video, these people were on the dock with all of their belongings, luggage, everything, right? They looked like they were kind of, standing around trying to figure it out. And then like security came in some vehicles and, was kind of, getting them to get off of the dock, like it's time to go. But in my other video, we did not discuss when the cruise line kick you off at a port.
So I got a lot of hate from my last video, right? My opinions on the whole, the graduation, whatever, the dancing thing. People call me racist. People calling me miserable party pooper. Not, but this is why people weren't listening to my video. This is a thing where more and more, I'm gonna be, I don't care. I want to be honest, right? Right now, in 2025, okay, in the last couple of years, you hear more and more talk about racism. You hear more and more talk about the world's unfair. How, they talk about how black people are treated. Okay. But guess what? Guess what doesn't help? Guess what doesn't help? How you don't care. You don't care how the rest of the world view you, yet you demand respect. You demand to be treated like equals, when honestly, here's the thing. I'm sorry when you are willingly, happily, don't care if you contribute to stereotypes, i.e. show people that you are not the same. You are not the same as everyone else, which is fine. You don't have to be the same as everyone else, but don't expect to be treated the same as everyone else. I'm sorry. I'm going to be straight up blunt. You can't demand respect. You can't scream to a rooftop of being treated different. When you act like you're different, when when there's chance you don't act different, you prove them right. You prove them right. This is the thing where no one talks about. Stop proving everyone right. Stop it. You want to say that you want to complain victimhood. You want to complain that the world's unfair. Okay, but don't be your own worst enemy. Be better. Like you're just proving everyone right. You're proving everyone to view you differently. And this is the thing where I said this in my last video. You can act how you want to act. You can do whatever you want to do. You want to dance at, graduations. You want to shake your booty, go crazy at graduations. Cool, do it. You want to, be ghetto in a restaurant and McDonald's and a fast food chain. Cool, do it. But again, don't in the same token ask people to treat you the same or view you the same. People won't. Don't say that you're not a monolith. But, on the same token, you support this crap. You support this crap. This is. Let's not be stupid. Let's not be stupid because stereotypes. It happens for a reason. This is why, I hate it when, with Asian jokes. When Asian people make Asian jokes, I hate that shit too. I hate that. Because when we are feeding into stereotypes, it hurts everyone. Especially the people that about the stereotype. That's why I do not like Asian jokes. I don't. And I don't like people, I don't like Asian people, right? Feeding into those things. Because again, it looks bad on the culture. It looks bad on your people. But here's the thing, black people, or at least the ones in the comment sections, they're fine. It's like just part of it. It's just another day. It's just how people are. Black people are. Okay, great. Then don't complain that people, view and use stereotypes, view you in a certain way. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that you cannot, on one hand, complain how people view you and treat you, but on the same hand, pretty much instill the stereotypes into people, perpetuate the stereotypes that people have of you, to show you that you are different to other people.
I don't need to do anything. I was just asking you. I don't need to do anything. What do I need to do? I don't need to do anything. What are you going to do to me? Exactly. You will serve me. I will be somebody in here serving me. She'll serve you. What you think you're going to do? Now tell me to calm down. Now tell me to be quiet. You better get my money. Somebody better get my money. Somebody better get my money before I start having a fool for me. Get my money. Put it right in. The same way I gave it to you. The same way I gave it to you. Stop throwing up and acting. What the fuck are you? care who you is. Somebody better tell me something. Somebody better tell me something. Yeah, well, the manager, whatever, I will beat the shit out your employee if she ever throw anything in my face. I'm not going nowhere. I want her to pick my shit up, give me my money the same way I gave it to her. No, so I'm not moving. Somebody better go behind here, give me my money, get my order, and that's gonna be that. Mister, you need me to go to jail, crap you in your head early in the morning or something. You fucking throwing my money at.
You know, we don't have enough black creators talking about this. We don't. Because this is the thing. Because of social media, this is what represents the community. This is what represents the community. And we don't have enough people talking out about it and condemning it or just saying that we need to do better. This is a thing where it's like there's no decorum, there's no class, there's only ghetto-ness. There's only aggressiveness, there's only anger, there's only intolerance, there's only hate. That's it. It is like, you know, I've seen countless videos of black people saying, I hate serving other black people. And then you wonder why people of other races say the exact same thing, and then you call that racist. It's that, you know what? We don't have enough people calling that shit out. Saying that, no, it's not racist. It's not racist. It's a problem. It's a problem. That, you know what? There's no good role models in the community. There's none. There's none. Because this is, I don't know, it's funny and it's sad because the few black people that make it out of the ratchetness, the ghetto-ness, they leave it behind. They don't look back behind it. They don't try to help because, you know what? Even they see that it's pointless, which is sad. It's really sad. Because looking at that is sad because this is why there's no community. This is why things are going down. And honestly, this is why I find it stupid to blame the white man for all the problems. Blame the past for what's happening now. You know, because honestly, at the end of the day, let's say this. Let's say hypothetical. Reparation happens. Reparation happens. You get millions, or you get housing, you get whatever, which Section 8 is a thing. You do get housing, there is money that goes to the community, but fine, whatever. Let's say it happens. You think that will be weeded out? You think that would change? You think the killings of your brothers and sisters by your brothers and sisters would change? I don't think so. Free money does not change a personality. Does not change work ethics, does not change morality, does not change character. Sometimes it makes it worse. So it's just shit like this is sad. It really is. Because you want to see a community does better. I personally believe white people in general, of course there's the terrible people, but I personally believe white people, most people, all people want all communities to do well. We're all human beings. Okay? We only separate ourselves because we want to.